gentlemen, it's Ashley Collins, aka The Onto Dragons. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. This was completely unplanned-ish. Like, I had stuff written down from like months ago, and I've been like adding to the list very slowly. But then, like, even now, like, my stomach just leapt. Either that or I'm about to throw up. I mean, both. Nerves are wanting to pull on your gagging reflex. I don't know. But anyway, that was totally unimportant. Something I've been told all my life. I remember the first time someone said that I talk and I act white. It was in high school, and it was the cool girl in school, and she said, "Why do you act so white?" And it's so weird, like, as in when you grow up and become an adult, you realize that the cool kids in school were actually like losers, you know? But I remember in the moment being like, I don't like, what can I do to like change my behavior so I can be accepted and as a part of your crowd, you know? And I've never really understood what acting or sounding white meant. But like, my mind immediately goes to, I don't know why, but my mind immediately goes to, do you think I'm British? Do I sound like I'm British? I know, but then there are also black Brit people, you know, like, I want to do the accent. The rain in Spain, was that, no, that's not, that was kind of Southern. A jolly old St. Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm about to say. That was really fucking good. That was really bloody brilliant. Or like maybe you think that I sound like I'm French. I do not know how to do a French accent. I would like to speak French though. I love the croissant. That was really good. Or maybe like you think I sound Canadian, eh? That was that offensive? I'm just offending everyone in this video. So like, or are you necessarily saying that I just sound American, which I am American? So thank you. Thank you for pointing out the obvious, you know? So when you say that someone talks a certain way, what you're doing is linguistic profiling. And what we do is we tend to code switch for certain environments. Usually, most normally is for work. I do call center stuff. I'm not going to say specifically what I do, although I'm pretty sure my bosses have, you know, seen my content before. Very surprised I still have a job. Extremely surprised. But something I've noticed that we've been doing is we've been code switching. One of my employers, one of my coworkers, she has a very thick Latina accent. Jesus Christ. Can you tell that I'm nervous? She has a very thick Latina accent, right? And what she's been doing is when she's on the phone, she like buries it down and talks white in order to make the customer feel more safe and secure. And I think that's so strange. And I think that's really fucked up that we do that. Another one of my coworkers, his name is Amir. Should I have said that? Whatever, it's too late. His name is Amir, but he changed his name to David. And I think that's so fucking strange that we do that. Why do we code switch in order to make people feel safe? And I've also, something else I've noticed at work. The higher achievers are the people who sound more intellectual, the people who sound most white. You know, usually it's the males for some reason. And I'm trying to do a bit more research on this, on why, what is it about the male voice that makes us feel like, oh, like, you know, the car salesman, you know, like, I trust him, you know, I got you, bro. You know, like, men always looking out for each other. But the older women in my job, they set appointments very easily as well, because, you know, it's your grandmother. You're talking to your grandmother on the phone. You're talking to your mom on the phone, and you feel safe with them. When it's a younger person, gosh, we struggle. That no one takes us seriously. You know, like, well, I'm not gonna trust you. Like, you're only 16. Like, actually, no, I'm 30. But I try not to be sarcastic with the customers on the phone. But sometimes it's like, you're asking for it, bruh. But it's interesting how auditory sounds, we feel most comfortable, most safe with them. I find that very fascinating. I've been my best friend is such a bad influence on me. I was texting her the other day, and I was like, I've been using the word coon way too often, but not just for, okay, what is a coon, right? A coon is like an Uncle Tom, you know, someone who's like doing things to like make the man happy, right? But I use it as an equal opportunity for everyone. Anyone could be a coon for me. Anyone can be that kind of person who's trying to kiss ass, who's trying to brown nose in order to what? Like, cause you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, but you didn't do it the right way. You didn't do it with integrity. You know? And what do we call someone who's intentionally trying to pass for white? A coon. So when you're code switching, are you being a coon, or are you just doing your job, or are you just, I don't know. I'm very confused. This whole video is a fucking paradox, okay? There are no answers in this video. This is literally just me just trying to figure out this planet, because it did not turn out the way that I read in stories. You dig? Another thing though, when you say that someone's acting white, you're saying that being white is an inherently intelligent trait, and white people don't own intelligence. They don't have a claim to that. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about language and behavior, right? Look at them like cousins. They're all under the same big umbrella of your personality. Like, we are all the product of our environment. I'm sure you've heard that. I'm sure you're tired of hearing that phrase, right? But it makes sense. So like, you pick up this trait from this individual, you pick up this trait from this individual, and that's how you assume your identity, and that's your umbrella. And eventually, as you pass along life, you're getting away from some traits, you're getting away from some habits in order to form your adultness. And some people never do that, though. Some people aren't even aware, and actually some people are content with the way that they are, and there's nothing wrong with that, as long as they're not hurting anyone. Okay? And I think that's very interesting how we stigmatize accents, but language belongs to everyone. We're all saying made up letters from the alphabet in order to form a complete sentence. And just because I say it differently from you doesn't necessarily mean that it's right or wrong. Another question I asked my friend is, what do you consider white? When you think about white, do you associate that with safety? Do you feel, and going back to the code switching, the person's tone, the person's lack of accent, do you feel safe with them? That's interesting. Okay. I don't know why I wrote that, but does slang count as this? Gosh, like I said, guys, everything is still dry. My face is pounding a little less, but that's first thing in the morning. As I go throughout the day, the headache is gonna come. Maybe I've built up an immunity to Tylenol, and that fucking sucks. Damn it. But yeah, my mouth is still super dry. Now my throat is getting a little sore, and now my ear is starting to hurt. So yeah, I gotta go back to the doctor sometime, but I'll figure out when. Okay. Is slang a language? Because if slang is a language, then Spanglish is a language as well, isn't it? I don't know. Like I said, this is a complete paradox. You're not going to learn anything from this video other than the way that my mind works. Another thing is, and I probably should save this for the end of the video, but why do we take words so personally? Why do we take what people say about us so personally? Because at the end of the day, words are wind. They cannot hurt you. So if someone says to you that you act white, or you sound white, or you don't behave a certain way, or I would never guess that you were this race, I would never guess that, okay, cool, thank you. That's it. I have been doing that on the phone. And in real life, people would be like, you act white. I'm like, thank you. And they're like, okay. And I love doing that because it really throws them off. Like yesterday, someone texted me something, and I was like, I'm gonna show them. But I was like, why? What's the point in like going back and forth with people? Like I'm trying to not feed people's fire anymore. Like, I don't care. I don't care that you're gonna insult me. I already think way worse about myself, bro. Live a day inside my head. You want to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already think the worst about myself, so I'm just gonna say thank you from now on. And I have been doing it, and it really, really throws people off. And they're like, oh, well, Okay, it's really funny. It's also kind of mean of me though, but whatever. You're being mean first. Um, um, um. Going back to words. So words need to mean something because words are kind of like a prayer, right? Words are kind of like a manifestation, aren't they? So I've also been wondering to myself, who spoke the first lie? And I know what you're thinking. Adam and Eve, of course, in the garden. But then who taught her how to lie? Is that something that the good side of us and the mean side of us, we have both, right? So why do we need that mean side? Why do we need to be the survivor? Because of animals? But why are we so intimidated by animals? Because they're going to kill us. That makes sense. I'm literally talking to myself on camera. Jeez, what's wrong with me? Okay. Another thing that I thought to myself was, who's who told the first lie? Who was the first to speak? Um, 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 when was greed, shame, and anxiety brought into existence? Last thing I'm going to leave you with a little bit of education. So our vocal cords have 4 registers. Cool. This is nothing to do with talking white anymore, right? This is just fun knowledge. Our vocal cords have 4 registers. Cool, right? There's fry, there's model, there's falsetto, and there's whistle, right? So it's like it's basically different levels of deepness, right? Some men have very, very low deep voices, like Morgan Freeman. That was really bad, and a little bit of that was definitely a stereotype. My bad, Morgan. But some of us really, really low voices. Some of us have really, really high voices, like Kristen Chenoweth or myself. And I noticed that lately we've been speaking in fry, where it's like, we don't talk forward. We talk from our nose and from the bottom of our vocal register, and it's frying our voice. Hence, fry. You're gonna strain your vocal cords, but that's sexy now when girls like talk like this, and this is how my day is going, and I'm gonna also sing like this, cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you're straining your voice. So open up your mouth, do some vocal exercises. I've posted a couple of videos about that as well, but yeah, it really frustrates me when I see people singing and they're singing in the back of their voice like this because that's really sexy, and it's like, no, you're gonna, by the time you're like 40, you're gonna need to like get surgery done, because your mouth is not meant, your vocal cords are not meant to have that heavy amount of strain on them. So open up your mouth, use your vocal airways, and yeah. Vocal fry. So oh, it's Tuesday. Garbage men. They got there. They love passing by when I'm recording. They're just doing their jobs. I know. That's a joke. Gosh, why do I need to? I want to stop saying that things are a joke. I don't care anymore that you do not understand my sense of humor. So deeper voices do get paid more. So remember at the beginning of the video when I said that the men always set appointments easier that have deeper voices. That's why, and there was a shift in the late 20th century where women were willingly speaking at their fry level. I wonder what happened. Was it keeping up with the Kardashians? And are we also mimicking the male tone to get more power or attractiveness in order to get paid more, in order to be taken seriously? And also, do we use vocal fry to appear more disinterested in things? So these are just my ramblings, my going-ons. Like I said, if someone says that you act white or you talk white, blah, 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 just say, I sound like I'm an American. Yeah, I am. I'm from Florida. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about the Super Bowl, guys. I didn't even go, though. So, I don't know why I'm apologizing for those people. Go Bucks, by the way. But yeah, bro, it's honestly like going back to grade school. It's sticks and stones, bruh. Like I said, I sound like I'm American. Cool. Born and raised here. And I don't think that's something that we should be ashamed of, Cool. That's it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching my chaotic mind ramble. Have a fantastic day. Bye.